Try to make it a little more fun. Hello, everybody. I'm Dr. Pappas. This is a patient of mine, Laura Perkins.
Hi.
And Laura's been coming to see me for about, you said nine years.
Years.
You talked about,
Yeah.
and then you and your 3 boys and your husband and.
Yes.
And I think your mother came before you started,
Yes,
didn't
that's
she?
right.
And she tried to convince you to come see me
She
earlier.
did. Yes, she did.
And there was a little delay in that.
There was quite a few years delay because I was seeing another chiropractor, but then my sister-in-law was also seeing you, and so she asked me to come try you out, and I was not comfortable with that because I had been seeing my other chiropractor for quite a while.
Chiropractors and patients develop this type of relationship, and it is. I've experienced it a lot of times with people who are, I want to come see you, but don't request my notes from my other chiropractor.
I know, right? Because
I'm sure it's happened on my end too.
Yeah. It becomes a really personal thing, and I had been seeing my other chiropractor for 8 years, but my pain continued to get worse. And one night, my sister-in-law called me, and I was crying because I was in so much pain. And she's like, "Okay, this is it. This is ridiculous." And so she said that she would come in with me to see you, but then I chickened out and I didn't come. And so lo and behold, that very afternoon I get a phone call, and that was from you. And you probably don't remember that, but I remember that because, wow, what a personal touch.
Well, we talked about this beforehand. I don't specifically remember that, but I would have done that for your sister at the time. She probably cared enough, and she didn't. She's tired, and you know how she is. She's just like, this is the way it is. When you're tired, do this.
Yeah,
I remember
stop.
she probably asked me and said, do this, and I was like, for sure, I'll do it.
Yeah, I think she did. I think she just asked you if you would just call me and just so it wouldn't be so intimidating for me. And so I think I came in with her the next day. And actually, I think a big part of my family has now been to see you because you've treated my niece and my sister and my mom, of course, and then my whole family. So, yeah, and my aunt.
That's right. And then we found out later on, after about 8 years of coming here, that we are related.
Yes, through genealogy. So
yeah.
It's amazing.
That was a fun story.
Yeah.
So, originally, what was the pain that you were having? What were you having that brought you to the office? Do you remember?
Oh, yeah, very well. Because I had suffered with it for about 5 or 6 years, and my former chiropractor just kept telling me that I wasn't really feeling it, that it was just pain radiating from somewhere else, that there wasn't anything wrong with that spot in my back. And I remember after the first visit with you, you told me exactly what it was, and that really resonated with me because I felt like you had listened to me. You didn't disregard what I was saying, and so that really stuck with me. It really meant a lot.
And what we would have done that day, for those who have not been to a chiropractor, it's just like going to any doctor's office. I sit down and listen to Laura, and listen to what her conditions were, her problems, her concerns, and just did a good history and evaluation examination. We have x-ray capability here in the office. I probably at the time took some x-rays just to kind of hone in and make sure there wasn't anything crazy. Oh yeah, and the scan, we do a scan. It's a roller that goes up and down the back, and it's quick and easy. It just measures how well the information is able to travel from the brain through the spinal cord, out the nerves, to the skin. So we're looking at levels of nerve interference. So those are just a few of the things we do. I typically will sit down and on my own time review the findings, the case, the examination information, and then I would have at that time invited Laura back most likely for a second kind of sit down and say, okay, this is what I determined what the problems are. Sometimes if a patient's been to chiropractors and they're just used to the treatments, I will sometimes do an initial treatment that first visit. I call it diagnostic treatment because I want to really hone in and know what I'm doing, but it does help me give some information about how well the spine moves or doesn't move.
And in all actuality, you did actually take some time that first day, and you probably don't remember this either, but I have a lot of anxieties and I was really stressed about what that pain might be. And so you actually took the time to read what the scan and everything, and to look over things and to examine me, and then to tell me what you thought it was and what the treatment needed to be for it.
Yeah, if I pick up on some anxieties like that, last thing I want to do, like any person who goes to get a test, whether it's an MRI, they're always asking the MRI tech, did you see anything? Or, if I feel comfortable enough in giving that information on that initial visit, and especially if that patient does have anxiety, like we know Laura does.
Yes.
I will put them at ease that there's nothing life-threatening here, but we still need to figure out the best approach.
Well, the thing that I loved about that is that you did pick up on that with me, and it made the appointment a little bit longer, and I know you probably stayed a little bit longer that day, but you made the effort to do that for me, and I haven't forgotten that either.
I appreciate that. And you brought the kids in. So the three boys that I've seen, Matt, Jesse, and Jacob, they've grown up. That we've seen them grow up 9 years in the office, and they've done some wonderful things. And I'm sure you're proud of them and some of the experiences and adventures they've taken on. Why was it important for you to have them see me?
Because I just feel that chiropractic is important to our overall maintenance of our whole body, because it's dealing with the spinal cord and all of the nerves and the messages that the nerves need to get out to the different parts of the body. And I've seen the results of chiropractic in their life. Matthew, my youngest, who's 18 now, had a lot of health issues with allergies and sinus infections and ear infections and things like that. And after being on 19 rounds of antibiotics within the first year of his life, it's crazy to know that chiropractic was actually the answer for that. So.
And then your family also does cattle?
Yes.
Okay, so these boys and Laura,
yes,
and their husbands and her husband Steve they don't stop. These are the most workingest people I've ever met. And she just sits back and volunteers and does 100 other things, and with a smile on her face. I tell her a lot of times she needs to learn how to say no,
yeah,
but that's not in her vocabulary.
No, he's tried.
Some of the neat things that we've got to experience with having the Perkins family come to see us is the occasional visit by a baby goat in the office.
Yes, that's true. Yes, the girls have babysat.
Yeah.
For my baby goat, because I didn't want to leave her out in the car. Yes, yes. In fact, one of the secretaries named her. Yeah, she had dots on her back, so that's Dottie. Yeah,
that's
she lives in my backyard.
So we could, whoever it was at the time, probably, who was it, Tiffany or Brandy or something?
It was actually
Jackie, maybe.
No, it was Brandy.
Brandy named
yeah.
Named
but then I did have twin goats named Brandy and Tiffany too. So. Yeah.
So we have our current office manager is Tiffany, and she has a twin who is Brandy, and a lot of the people watching this will know that, and they're twins, and some of the fun we've had when they both worked here at the same time is to watch patients' minds explode when they see one running this way and then coming this way. But anyway, that's what I wanted to do, just kind of discuss a little bit about why chiropractic has benefited you. You've done a great job. In the future videos to come, I will probably also talk about specific conditions. I'll take a patient who maybe has a back problem or shoulder or knee or headaches, and we'll talk about how we examine those, what we do, and it'll be a walkthrough for a new patient to kind of get an idea of what's going to happen on your first visit. But thank you for the many years of coming and allowing me to help you and your family. I really do appreciate it.
No problem. You're not allowed to retire.
Okay. All right. Thanks, guys.